Have you ever seen somebody else get what you want in your dua and you felt, what about me? Have you ever compared yourself to someone? Maybe somebody else just got married and you really want to get married. Maybe somebody just had a baby, you really want to have a baby. Maybe someone just got the job that you want to get and you feel bad, and you feel bad that you even feel bad. If that's the case, then today's name is for you. Allah's name, Ar-Razzaq, the provider. Why is it that we're learning Allah's names? Is because to know Him is to love Him. How can we claim we love someone we don't know? So each day of Ramadan we'll be discovering one name of Allah, because once we know Him, we can't help but fall in love with Him. And once we love Him, we'll start to show up differently in our lives. We'll start to worship Him as though we can see Him. And ta'bud Allah ka'annaka tara, which is the highest level of Iman, the level of Ihsan. Let's begin with Allah's name, Ar-Razzaq. What's so beautiful is that Zakaria alayhi salam, every time he entered the mihrab, the prayer space of Maryam alayhi salam, he would find fruits that are out of season. And for us that might seem normal, right? Because we live in a globalized world, so we have access to fruit at any time, any season. And subhanAllah, this was very strange back then because they lived in certain towns and they grew crops at that certain time. So you only had access to that crop at that certain season, that certain time. And so when Zakaria alayhi salam would go in to Maryam's mihrab and he'd see fruits that are out of season, he would ask her, where is this from? She would say,
قالت هو من عند الله إن الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب.
What does she say? She said, this is from God. He is the one who provides rizq without any limits. What a comforting statement, subhanAllah. What might seem impossible to the human is never impossible to Allah. What does that go to show? Your dua is never out of reach. If something is written for you, it will never miss you. Let's take this grape for example. This grape had always my name on it. And this gives me goosebumps to think about. What? Let's start from right at the beginning. So there was a seed that had my name on it that was planted in a farm which I will never go to. It was planted by a farmer who I'll never know the name of, all with my name on it. It was nourished by soil, sunlight, and rain, all had my name on it in order to nourish the plant that was going to grow this grape. Then what happens is that it was picked by the farmer, it was put into a box, and it was shipped thousands of kilometers to appear on supermarket shelves. Hundreds of hands touched this grape, but nobody else would touch it except my husband, who went and bought it for me. Then it would arrive to my home, to my fridge. Nobody else in my family would eat it. Not my husband, not my dad, not my child, but me, because it had my name on it. What's so incredible is that this always had my name on it. A grape had my name on it. What about things in our life like our family, our spouses, our rizq, our wealth, our health? All have our name on it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us,
وما من دابة في الأرض إلا على الله رزقها ويعلم مستقرها ومستودعها كل في كتاب مبين.
Allah has made it His obligation to provide us with rizq. It's so comforting to know that what is written for us will never miss us.
وفي السماء رزقكم وما توعدون.
That means whatever is written for you is written for you. It will never miss you. Think about that. When we are in the wombs of our mother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends our rizq upon us, our deeds, our state of well-being, and our rizq. Everything's already predetermined. Doesn't that give you comfort? Instead of stressing, what is this? When is this going to happen? What if it's not written for me? So many ladies in the marriage arena come to me and say, Hannah, what if marriage isn't written for me? And that's such a hopeless statement to say, because deep down what you're saying is, what if Allah shortchanges me? What if Allah lets me down? How can Allah let you down? The one that wrote you a grape, do you think that He will forget what your deepest desires are? Do you think that He will let you down? Do you think He will shortchange you? Absolutely not, because He's Ar-Razzaq, He's Al-Wahhab, He's Al-Wadud, He's Al-Rahman, He's Al-Latif, He's Al-Ra'uf. No one loves you more than Allah. So do you think He'll let you down? We go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He's shy to leave us empty-handed. Do you think that He will forget what you truly want? So instead of saying, what if it's not written for me? Run to Allah and say, Ya Allah, I trust in you. I trust whatever you write in for me is going to be the best thing for me. And I'm so content because you are looking out for me. There is nobody that's looking out for me like you. Isn't that so incredibly comforting? I remember I was once in the car with my little niece at the time, and we were trying to find a car space to park our car. And I said, this is a beautiful time to remember Allah's name, Ar-Razzaq. There was no car spaces. So I said to her, I said, there's no car spaces, so we need to find the car space that has our name on it. And she said to me, Amami, what do you mean there has to find a car space with our name on it? I said, Allah has written where we're going to park and we're going to find it in the best timing. And so we were looking around like, I wonder which one has our name on it. And subhanAllah, moments later, we found a car spot. And I said, see, this one had our name on it and it was in the most perfect timing. SubhanAllah, if Allah writes for us a car space and a grape and rizq in so many different ways, do you really think that He'll forget what you truly want? A rizq is not just money. Many people think it's just money. It's everything. It's money, it's spouse, it's children, it's job, it's health, it's everything, subhanAllah. Rizq is determined, so don't seek out haram. Second point that we must remember is that we're not the owner of our rizq. We might say, yes, I have my child. Yes, I have my spouse. Yes, I have my house. Yes, I have this. Yes, I have this job. But you're not the owner of it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only owner of it. You're just the custodian of it in this world. So when I look at my daughter, I don't say that she belongs to me. I say she belongs to Allah. I'm just honored to be her mum in this world. I'm just looking after her, raising her, but she doesn't belong to me. I'm not the owner of her. Allah is the owner of her. I'm just temporarily in charge of her in this world. And what a beautiful honor. Imagine we started looking at our kids that way and our spouses that way and our wealth that way. Everything will change, right? Just as a neighbor or a friend would lend you something, would you break that thing that they lend you? You'd really look after it because you know it's not yours. Likewise, let's start looking at all of our rizq as this is from Allah and this is for me to use and to look after and to use to get closer to Him rather than to seek further away from Him. This name gives us reassurance to work without panic, to give without fear of losing. It's this fear of scarcity that gets dissolved because we know Ar-Razzaq. What was written for us will never miss us, and everything will reach us in the most perfect timing. If you've loved today's name, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram and YouTube and tell me what you love and resonating from this name. And until tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum.
إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين